Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. It is Monday. It's been a long old weekend. I have a lot to tell you, but right now I'm going to eat at McDonald's. You'll see I'm not in my own home. That will become apparent to you soon. And there was an added twist to the end of this story, so I'm going to eat and then I'll come back to you and explain my current predicament. So what's going on? Let's turn this telly down a little bit. So, I think I said that Lee's mum had had a fall on Thursday and that I'd come over to get the dog and then realised she wasn't coping, so did some housework. And Friday, the dust definitely affected my nose on Thursday when I was cleaning. But I felt fine on Friday, went to work with Joseph. My nose was a bit tingly, but again, I knew it was dust. I'd got this dust allergy thing going on from all the dust here. And then Saturday, because we were dealing with Lee's mum, we were back and forth and doing stuff. I didn't leave for my trip to see my mate until I dropped Kenzie off at work on Saturday. I was meant to be going Friday after Joseph's. But Lee had been to see his mum on Friday and he was like, yeah, she's good. She can get up and down the stairs. We've got care people coming in to make sure that she doesn't need any adaptations. And it'll all be good. So I left Saturday, got in the van, drove after taking Kenzie to work. 9 o'clock I left, got there at just gone 11. And everything was fine. Met up with my mate, had a really good time. But by lunchtime, so about 1ish, phone had started going. His mum had got stuck. She tried to get off the chair, couldn't, got herself stuck, and had to call the neighbour. And then the neighbour had called Lee and saying she shouldn't be on her own. Lee was cross because she didn't call him. She called the neighbour and she's not been completely honest about how she's feeling. I think we've got one of these situations where she's losing her independence and that's hard. It's hard for people. And I'm sure a lot of you have been there with your elderly relatives or neighbours or friends. So yeah, you know, I get that, but we can't help her if she's not honest. So we've had to have a real honest chat about that and say, look, Lee was like, you make me look terrible in front of the neighbours because you're telling me you're absolutely fine and you can do all this stuff, but you can't do this stuff. So I'd rather you said so that I could be there and help you. So anyway, I ended up driving home. Instead of staying out in my van, I ended up driving home at about 9:30 after we'd had dinner. Me and my mate had had dinner because we booked a restaurant. And then I drove home, got back here at about 11:30. And she'd gone to bed. She'd left me a key out because if there was an issue I could get into the house and be here. And then I came in the morning and realised that she was not coping. We had the assessment people out. You know, they agreed she shouldn't have been sent home. She can't move well enough because of her injury and because of the bruising. She just hasn't got the ability to get up the stairs. She's already got arthritis in her knees, so she uses her arms and stuff to pull her up the stairs. She's broken her arm on her right side where the banisters are as well on the stairs. She's not going to be able to get up and down. I have no idea how she got up it the night before. She doesn't remember how she got up the stairs, but she certainly couldn't get up the stairs yesterday. And she doesn't have a downstairs toilet. So they got a commode over. She has gone to Lee's cousin's for a night while we get this place sorted. Lee came over then yesterday evening with Kenzie, and we basically moved all the furniture in this living room, hoovered all behind the bits that I hadn't done because I couldn't move the furniture, and they're bringing a hospital bed in today at some point, but I don't know when. The delivery is between 8 AM and 8 PM and someone has to be here. So we've got a hospital bed coming, and I was just feeling so exhausted by this point. I knew I was coming down with a cold. I thought I might have got a bit of a temperature as well. Anyway, I went home and knowing I was going to have to come back here today to sit here for 12 hours potentially. And I just thought I'm going to do a COVID test. Don't know why. The thing is I have to do them if I don't feel great. because of my care jobs with my vulnerable adults. And I thought, oh, do you know, I'll just do one. I know I'm not working with them this weekend, but I am working with, well, I'm not working with Joe's because I'm going to Christmas camp this Friday. But I thought, I'm going to do a test. Straight away it came up, COVID. Well, that would explain why everything hurts. That would explain why I feel so rubbish. And it explained why I felt like I had a temperature yesterday morning when I woke up. And I felt faint as well. I had to go and sit down and eat some fruit because I started to feel faint when I was stood up in the kitchen. And I just thought it's because I haven't had any breakfast. And that I was tired and that I'd done 4 hours of driving the night before, feeling tired. So turns out I've got COVID and I'm feeling rough. Anyway, Kenzie, who's been on antibiotics for his tooth, said, I think I've got what you've got, Mum. This was yesterday. I'm starting to feel a bit rubbish too. So I think whatever you've got, I've got as well. So when it turned out I got COVID, he said, well, I better test myself because he was snuffly and feeling rubbish and tired. He said I'd done nothing but sleep for 2 days, but he'd put it down to antibiotics. Nope, he's got COVID too. So he said, well, that explains. And he was at work yesterday, he'd gone in and told his boss, I'm feeling really rubbish, as in I'm feeling fatigued because of these antibiotics are making me sleepy. And the nice boss that he has, I say that sarcastically, was like, oh, I'll make sure you've got lots of work then to keep you busy. And he'd said to his boss, I'm a bit slow and a bit groggy because I'm on antibiotics and they're affecting me. Well, it's not that. That's not the reason at all. He's got COVID as well. I know COVID is just like anything else now, but obviously there are people that it does affect. So I am a bit worried about Lee's mum because she was so breathless yesterday with her injuries and stuff. The last thing we need is for her to get a bug, but I was really hands-on with personal care and stuff yesterday. So I messaged his cousin and explained the situation. He said, well, she's usually all right in herself. It's not that it's a lung issue. So hopefully she'll be all right. I don't know if she's had any vaccines or anything. I don't have them anymore. So, yeah, I'm just feeling really sorry for myself. It would explain why I feel so rubbish, I have to say. So anyway, Kenzie is at home still. He's got a temperature. I've got a temperature. He's looking after the dogs. He's just stayed in bed. And I said, right, you're in charge of the dogs then while I'm here. Otherwise I would have had to bring them with me. And they would have been fine. But it's just another thing, isn't it? And there's just this part of me, I don't know what it is. There's just a part of me that thinks, what happens if these people don't turn up with this bed? I can't come back tomorrow. I just want to be in bed. And I'm meant to be working tomorrow for Emma, but I'm not going in tomorrow. I can't. I just feel so rubbish. Everything hurts. I'm not going to be able to do any cleaning or anything for them. I'm just going to be rubbish. So I just want to stay in bed. Where was I going with that? So yeah. I don't know. It's just this gut feeling they're not going to rock up at all. And I don't have any contact details for the people at all. There's no details whatsoever. So, I don't know. I'm so frustrated. I don't know why. I've just got this gut feeling, and I'm hoping it's not my intuition telling me that's going to be the case. I'm hoping that they will come, and that it's just my mind catastrophizing. But it's just such a strong feeling that they're not going to rock up, and I'm going to get to 8 o'clock and I won't have heard anything. Anyway, that's me moaning for 8 minutes. Top up as to what's happened with the weekend, how Lee's mum's been. Yeah, and I mean, I did have a good time with Jason and Arundel. I really did. It was really good, and we had such a good time. We had such a laugh, even though we were both feeling coldy and fluey by that point, because he's had the vaccines and stuff. So, like his flu vaccine and stuff. So he was coughing and spluttering, and he was like, you know, he gets this every time he has one. He's like, I'm not going to have it next year. Said, no, my mum doesn't have it and I won't have it because mum always ends up so ill if she has a vaccine for flu. So I said to him, yeah, I'm not having it. Excuse me. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing it next year. Did exactly the same thing last year. Left me feeling rubbish. So, anyway, we still had a good time. It was very nice. I do want to go back and see more because we spent so much time chatting. I do want to go back and see the castle properly. I do want to go back and like have a proper walk around the shops. We only did a handful of like the antique centres and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to make myself another cup of tea. And maybe take some cold and flu. So, we're now on Tuesday. I was waiting in, wasn't I, for the bed. I had such an intuition from the minute I arrived that this bed wasn't going to arrive, that something wouldn't happen. Like, it just, I knew it wasn't going to come, and I had no way of contacting people. And I thought it was going to be there till 8 o'clock in the evening, and it wouldn't come. And actually, they rang me at 11:40 and said it's not coming, it's not been approved. I just had this gut feeling. Anyway, so I came home, and we think we've worked some things out. We've been looking at retirement village flats locally to us for Lee's mum to come to. Lee's cousin is holding on to Lee's mum until she's improved a lot than when she was with me. She's got food into her now, and she's managing the stairs better. Sorry, Bonnie, her dog, is spinning on the spot. Have I showed you Bonnie? We're looking after her dog. Hold on. She's a bit chunky, bless her, because she hasn't been able to be walked very much. And I imagine she's fed lots of treats. She's some sort of terrier and also a Westie or something. I can't remember. There's a mixture going on there. There's my two. They've been very, very good with her, I have to say. She can't get up the stairs because she's vanished. She's too chunky. So I'm hanging down here so she's got some company. I'm going to watch some YouTube on the TV. My my sense of taste has completely gone. These are lovely. They're just bland. Can't even smell the cheese. So, and then I had some tropical juice to try and get some vitamins in me. And I would say see, they got all those vitamins. See all those vitamins. I knew it was juice that I was having. I knew it was juice, but I couldn't really taste the juice. There was nothing, like, if I was doing a blind test, I would know it was juice, but I couldn't tell you what flavour juice it was. I just knew it was juice. My temperature keeps, last night was like 102, and then it came down to about 99, and it keeps fluctuating now between sort of 101 and 99, 101 and 99, it just keeps going up and down. So I'm just drinking lots. Lee made fajitas last night, so I had good food. And they've also got fajitas, well, one amount of spicy fajita stuff left, so I might actually be able to taste that, because I did taste the fajitas last night. They were very nice. But yeah, today there's no taste. I'm just going to make sure I eat well, drink lots, and rest, which is very unlike me. But yes, this bed didn't turn up. Sorry, my head's all over the place. The bed didn't turn up, and it's not going to come. So I left that with Lee's cousin to sort out, because she's got Lee's mum staying with her at the moment, and she knows how she's coping now, because obviously I'm not with her. I can't see the improvement, but apparently she's improved a lot in 24 hours. Obviously I can only go by what I saw, which is she cannot be left. She can't, you know, she could barely walk across the room. She couldn't walk across the room, so without getting out of breath and what have you. But now she's walking around and she's doing well. So they're saying that they think she will manage the stairs by the end of the week. So she has a hospital appointment tomorrow. What is it? Yeah, tomorrow. To see a consultant. I think for maybe more x-rays, just to check everything's okay. And then we'll know more. But yeah, we're going to get the house on the market and get her moved closer to us. And she's agreed to that. So that's going to make life so much easier. And we've basically given her a huge ear bashing about the fact that we can't help her if she doesn't tell us. What is it with people as they get old? I'm telling you now, if any of you are in your older years and you've got kids my sort of age and you're not coping, it's more of a burden to not know and then have to deal with the fallout than it is for you to be honest and ask for help. I'm just putting it out there. We've had a big discussion about this. We can't help if we don't know. And if we know, we're happy to help. But if you hide things, bad things happen. And then it's a whole big thing to fix. So, anyway, they say everything happens for a reason. And I think the reason for this is, and she said the same, the reason for this is that things are going to be put in place before something more serious happens. Like, you know, she breaks a hip or falls over and we don't know about it or any of that sort of thing. But yeah, we do now have 3 dogs for a period of time. I don't know how long for. Probably a good few weeks. But she's quite happy. She's milling around. The boys are all right with her. So I'm going to crack on with resting now. And I'll come back to you a bit later.